Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. I know it's early in the year, but it feels like spring has sprung, so it's nice to be working outside. But also, it's just practical to be working outside, because I need to break down some sheet goods, and 8 foot by 4 foot is just a bit too big to be able to do in the workshop. I knew that'd be a limitation of the workshop when I built it, but it's not something I have to do that often, and it's not too much of a hardship to do it outside. And especially as I have these sawhorses and I plane down these bits of wood to fit in the little gaps so it supports the work really well. I've tried to live without one, but I need a Mitre saw station. So it's going to go in this gap here. You can see I have the saw sat on the planer at the moment, so that's going to fit under it. I'm going to try and keep it as narrow as possible, and basically I have a 7 foot length there. These sawhorses work well because those wooden cross bits I've put in I've cut down so they're higher than the horses themselves, so if the blade of the saw goes through, well, which it will, they won't hit any metal. I don't very often clamp down the workpiece. Like when I did the workshop build, I didn't clamp it down once, but if it moved and you was a mill out here or there, it wouldn't have really mattered. I never find the tracks actually move, but I didn't want to make any mistakes, so I secured it down. And then I could start cutting the sheet down. So I took basically a foot off the end to get to the correct length to start with. Then I could rip 2 pieces to the width I wanted the Mitre Station to be, trying to keep it as narrow as possible to save on space in there, and that's why I'm using that saw with the forward facing rails. I had to cut 2 ribs and I actually went from either side so that both edges had a factory edge on them. If that makes any sense. Anyway, the waste bit of the sheet is the middle of the sheet, and I think I'm going to make a jig out of that later. So the plan is that one of these lengths the saw is going to sit on and the other is going to be level with the table of the saw. So I need to put some ribs in to raise the second bit up. The first time using the Metabo saw on a project, and I haven't actually got a connector to hook the dust hose up yet, so you can see how well though it does actually funneling the dust out the back. I thought about putting the saw in the middle of the station, but then I think it's going to be handy to have it against the window because that'll give an extra bit of room for the hose to go for the extraction. It's still going to give me over 1 metre of cutting capacity either side. Well, I suppose on one side it can go all the way to the other end of the workshop, and I do have a roller stand to support long pieces. But I'm not going to cut anything that long very often. So this saw bevels to 50 degrees, so you can see the knob just sticks out a little, so I'm just going to need to cut the corner off a little. I mark out how far, and then I can draw a line using a speed square. I can now take the track saw inside and make these cuts on the smaller sheets, and I can use the bench dogs and the bench top to make very accurate cuts. I stuck a bit of scrap ply under the other end of this rail so it was supported, and I could cut the corners off. Those bits I ripped down on the table saw then need to cut to the same length as those other 2 rips, so I'm just going to mark them out and then I can use the Mitre saw to make the cuts. As I have 6 of these to cut, a Mitre station with stops would make this a lot easier. So each side is going to have 3 ribs, 1 either end and 1 in the middle. Now the easiest way to attach these is probably to screw them down from the top, but I don't really want screw holes going through the top of my Mitre station. I'd like a nice smooth surface. So I'm going to have my second attempt ever with pocket holes. I didn't like them at all last time, but I knew kind of what the problem was. I was using a quick clamp to hold the jig down, and then it would move when you put the pressure of the drill on it, so I bought one of the clamps that are more designed to do it. Well, that's not exactly true. I think the Craig one is nearly £30, so I got this one that was about a tenner, but it really changed everything and made it so much easier to do. I know I said I put one of these on either end, but one end has got that corner cut off, so it's going to be inset the width of that cutout really. And with 3 pocket holes drilled in each piece, I can get some glue on and then get them attached. I didn't want them moving on me as I was screwing them down, so I got some clamps on just to hold them in place. Then I could get the pocket hole screws driven in. As I say, last time I used pocket holes I thought they were a faff and I hated them. For this, I think it was a really good solution and it was quick and easy to do. That clamp made all the difference. And I've got the cheapest jig that Craig do. I imagine if you got one of those more fancy ones, this would be even quicker and easier. So with all the ribs in on both pieces, I could then get them laid out upside down. Then the top, which is actually the bottom, can go on. I'm confusing myself now. Yes, this is definitely the bottom going on. It just happens to be at the top. Anyway, this can go on, and now I'm going to attach it with just screwing through normal screws because I don't care about screws going in from the underside. I'm pre-drilling and countersinking each hole, and then I'm putting some 40mm screws in. Again, just 3 into each rib. And I didn't bother gluing this. I put a screw in at the front and the back because I could see where they needed to go, and then I took a square and joined the 2 dots up of the screw heads to see where the centre one needed to go. So the build of this Mitre station is going to be in several parts, and that's because I don't know what I'm doing next. This top bit is as far as I've thought through. I haven't quite decided how I want to attach it to the wall or onto the legs, so I thought I'd get this done and then have a think about it. I've ordered some T-track and some stops for the fences, but they're going to take weeks to come because I think they're coming from China. That's basically stage 1 done. So the saw fits in nicely, it bevels to 50 no problem. When I screw it down to this, it gets some fine adjusting, but for now, that's pretty damn good. So, thank you for watching, thank you to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.